Right now it is early December of 2023, and about 3 months ago in September I had a terrible flu. This is the flu of which we no longer speak its name, so you know what I'm talking about, and so you can imagine how bad it was. And it kind of reminded me that I should update my cold and flu video here on YouTube, so here it is. If you want to save time, or you just have the attention span of a TikTok viewer, then go ahead and click down in the description. I put a link to my clinic's full script page where you could find the whole protocol there. For the rest of us, let's jump right in. There are viruses everywhere. If you had a device where you can see viruses, it would drive you crazy. And the reason why we're not all constantly getting sick is because of our immune systems. So we have some defenses. We have our mucous membranes in our skin, which that's the first line of defense. And if not enough of the viral load gets into your system initially, then you're good. You're not going to have any problems. But sometimes there's someone around you who's sick. You're getting constantly exposed to that virus. It's going to get its way into your system, and your immune system's going to fight it. Now, whenever you feel sick, when you have symptoms of headache and body aches and fever, this isn't the virus doing that. This is your immune system fighting it, and you're feeling the collateral damage. So when we talk about natural treatments to help with cold and flu, we're really talking about strengthening your immune system's ability to more efficiently fight off an infection with the least amount of collateral damage, so you feel better, or you shorten the duration of the cold or flu while you're going through it. My core protocol consists of zinc, which has been shown to shorten the duration of colds as long as you start taking that zinc at the right time. So like the minute somebody around you is sick, or you start feeling a little sick yourself, just start taking the zinc. The next thing, of course, you've heard of is ascorbic acid, or vitamin C, which is a potent antioxidant. And this antioxidant is one of those things that is going to prevent the collateral damage caused whenever your body is trying to fight off the infection. Next is vitamin D3. Now, everybody practically is low in vitamin D3. When you get your blood test done, you'll see the lab values are 30 to 100. You should be around 50. So if you don't know your levels, ask your doctor to check your vitamin D. And if it is low, then you should be taking a maintenance dose of vitamin D. But whenever you are sick, you could increase that dose of vitamin D, and that will help to modulate your immune system to help you fight off the infection more efficiently. Next is quercetin, which is really great to help with the histamine reaction that is associated with having a cold or flu. Now, quercetin is usually prescribed for allergies. It's a phytonutrient that stabilizes a histamine reaction, so your body's not having an overreaction of histamine. Histamine makes you sneeze, it makes your nose run, makes your eyes water, and if you're taking quercetin, it may help to reduce this. Lastly, on the core protocol is elderberry syrup. Now, this is another one of the antioxidants, and I generally recommend my patients start taking this at the beginning of cold and flu season, and you could take it throughout, increasing your dose if you do in fact become sick. The next part of the protocol are the add-ons, which are things you would take conditionally. I'm not going to get into too much detail because you could read about this on my protocol, but the highlights would be colloidal silver, which would be used if you get a secondary bacterial infection, which would look like, like when you get a cold. Initially you have like clear snot coming out of your nose, but then eventually it gets all like yellow and thick. That could be due to a secondary bacterial infection, and the colloidal silver would help with that. And then the other thing is an herb called hypericum, which is commonly known as St. John's wort. This would be taken if you develop depression during the sickness or afterwards, or if you get extreme fatigue afterwards, because sometimes, and I've seen this in a lot of patients with that one flu, that we no longer mention its name, is you could get a reactivation of a different virus called the Epstein-Barr virus. Epstein-Barr virus is something that causes mononucleosis. Once you're infected, which 90% of us are, it stays in the body and hides out. And then when your body is under stress, whether it's from life stress or from the stress of having a flu, you may get a reactivation of Epstein-Barr virus. And for months after you fought off the initial infection, you're still feeling fatigued. And St. John's wort is one of the best natural antiviral herbs to help with that. Last two things I want to talk about are a couple symptoms that are associated with being sick, and then I'll get into some pharmaceuticals that could help to mitigate some of the symptoms associated with the cold too. So, cough. There's no real good natural supplement for a cough. There's no real good pharmaceutical except for codeine, which is an opiate for a cough. So what are we left with? We're left with one crazy thing that you can do at home called the onion poultice, which it sounds crazy, but it actually works. I'll put a link in the description to a video I made years ago about how to make an onion poultice, so you could try that for those deep-seated coughs. And then the other thing is fever. Now, generally you want to have a fever because the fever is helping your body fight off the virus. So my rule for adults is if your fever is around 103 and it's not too annoying, you could let it ride out. Just let it ride out. If it starts getting above 103 and you just feel annoyed and crummy, your head's hurting, put a cool rag on your head, and then you could take some Tylenol or an NSAID to bring it down. But in general, you want that fever to run its course because it's going to help you get better faster. Just a quick note on a couple of pharmaceuticals that I often take myself. And the reason why I take pharmaceuticals is just because if the symptoms are just too annoying or if I'm trying to sleep. Now, when you're sick, you need to sleep. Sleep is so important. So that's whenever you're going to go for some of the pharmaceuticals. So for me, I can't stand not being able to breathe through my nose when I'm trying to sleep. And oftentimes when we're sick, we can't breathe through our nose and you end up mouth breathing and your mouth gets all dry and you just have a horrible night. So the pharmaceutical that is best to help with sinus congestion is pseudoephedrine. Now, in the United States, they keep it behind the counter in the pharmacy. There's another brand that has an ingredient called phenylephrine in it that they keep over the counter, but in my opinion, in my experience, that one just doesn't work as good as the pseudoephedrine. So if you want to get that, you have to go behind the counter. I put the dosages and things on my protocol down in the description if you want more details on that. But Sudafed is one of those things that will definitely clear your sinuses. And if you're trying it to go to sleep, be warned that it may keep you up. So you may have to counter it with an antihistamine, and the antihistamine I usually go for is diphenhydramine or Benadryl, which will help you sleep. So you get that benefit of you'll still be able to sleep, but your sinuses will be clear. And then the other issue is when you're sick, you get terrible headaches, or if your fever is too high for too long, you want to take something to bring it down, and that's either Tylenol or an NSAID like ibuprofen or naproxen. I hope this helps you guys. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you do to help with your cold and flu. And like I said before, the protocol is down in the description. If you don't have an account to my clinic's FullScript account, the link is going to take you to the sign up page. If you do have an account, the link is going to take you to the login page, and you log in and you have to click right here where it says to show more so that you could actually see the protocol. Otherwise, you're just going to see all the supplements that I recommend. The protocol tells you specific doses and how to do everything exactly. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.